He's still alive, I think. I wonder if that works with staffs, and I wonder how effective it is. Yeah, it works. Like I'm playing a bullet hell. Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Blade and Sorcery. I think today we're going to be starting a new character yet again. I think we're going to try another Lightning Mage. I know we've done so many of these, but I'm having fun experimenting with this stuff, and I had some ideas I wanted to try. Yeah, we're going to start, well, I'll explain it as we go here, but we're going to start with a Lightning Crystal, no intro, just on standard Perma Death. Here we are. We'll start by collecting some things, as always. Grab this axe, grab the dagger, and the lightning crystal that we started with. Unlock our core level 1 power. We're going to sell these two things that we picked up. Start with a little bit of money, 164. There's a few things we could buy here. I think we're actually gonna buy a Whipper. Yeah, I think this is what we want for this character. Just hop right into it here. Got 3 options. They all have maps. We'll do the 2 skull here. Well, let's see how this goes. That guy brought us a staff. That's very kind of him. Shot at my feet. I'm still having controller issues, so I have a very hard time moving, so my combat's gonna be kind of wonky today, but I did order a new controller, and it should come soon. I don't know exactly when, but it's very frustrating. And that's one reason I want to play this character, because I'm going to be using the bow a lot, so I figured movement won't be as important. The idea behind this character is to... I had an idea with throwing knives.
My blade is ready.
I really want to try. What the hell happened to them? You're a traitor. You're hurting your own people. I just tried to kill her and I couldn't move. You saw me just stand there. I was trying to step forward so I could cut her neck, but goddamn controller won't work. What happened? Well, she's gone now. Okay. We need a bow so we can use these arrows on her back. Go back into this doorway so we have like a funnel. Prevent them all from surrounding us. I can't reach you because I can't move. These are not enchantable or whatever. Yeah, the combat's gonna be very different when I can't move. I could walk in real life, but my play space isn't that big. I can only walk like 1 step. And if I start like, it's very tempting to get like really like, I could like move in real life and I could do a lot more cool stuff, but like I'd end up punching the wall or something. So I tried to stand still when I'm doing VR. Get this too. Hey, a white crystal, that's huge. I don't know, I've given a lot of thought to electricity. I think it is a good... It's better than I thought it was, for sure. I used to say, in fact, you may have heard if you've watched my other videos, I've been saying it's the worst of the 5, and I don't think that's true. I think, in my opinion, my current opinion is that... hey, there's our bow. Don't waste my arrows, though. Those are mine. staff back there. Got me a staff. So this is kind of one of the loadouts I was considering, is having hip arrows, right shoulder bow, left shoulder staff. Could be an interesting equipment loadout for an electric archer. But I really want to test throwing knives. I think throwing knives would be very interesting when you get to the higher levels. Because you can do that, there's like a thing where you arc two electric imbued weapons together. Hey, we got enough for a thing, that's awesome. You can arc electric weapons together to make like a wire, much like you can do with the staff. I'm wondering if you arc two knives and throw them, if the wire stays between them as they go through the air, because you could like draw them, and throwing knives are imbuable one-handed. You don't have to like use a separate hand. So you could literally draw them, imbue them, arc them, and throw them, and I could just send out like a horizontal wire. Like, if that works, that would be really cool. Well, we can do that, we just don't have electromagnetism yet, but it still will like stun him. Do you have like a weapon or something? What do you do? I guess this is the end, so we might as well have some fun. Okay, I don't know why she just sprung up out of her seat there. Okay, well, I burned through all our arrows. Had some fun doing it, though. This should light up when it's done. There it goes. It takes a while in these tier 0 or tier 1 or whatever tier the staff is. And a big old zappy zap. Not too bad. We got 3 whites out of that already, plus 1 here. We might actually get a lot of whites this time. We got a ton of whites. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ, that's like 7. 7 whites on the first dungeon is absurd. Last time we did a lightning, maybe it wasn't last. I know one of these lightning characters only got like 1. So we got 7 this time. That's great. So we currently only own a hip quiver, which is a good thing to own. It's one of those things that you can technically loot quivers, but they don't come with 12 arrows. When you loot them, they only come with 5 at most, typically 4. So I like looting them, or like owning them, I should say. But the big one we want here is this one, electromagnetism. This is huge, very important. Shock Trip is also really good. I don't give a shit about static disarm. So we literally have everything we want until after the first sector. I forgot to grab this the first time, but there is a apple in here. We'll take that. That's actually very useful. At least it could be.
Hey, a while. Listen.
So we got 469. Thanks. There's a couple things I'd like to purchase. I don't think we're going to buy a staff. I think we'll just find one or we won't care. Honestly, I don't think a staff is that good in the early game because they take so long to imbue and the staff powers are kind of weak. I'd rather just have a two-handed, like a hand-and-a-half sword style thing. Starting with a bow would be very nice. Having additional quivers would be very nice. Or getting a circlet would be very nice because the circlet could increase our spellcasting speed from 3 to 4. I don't think spellcasting speed matters a lot to us because we're not going to be using the spell directly. We're going to be using it with a bow typically. I think a bow would be very nice. A quiver could be very nice. Just depends if we can afford it, I suppose. We might be able to afford both.
A bow, eh?
Yeah,
a lot of skills to use that. To be honest with you.
We will do the green one, I believe. Yep. As far as the prismatics for this character, they're going to be, I believe, going right into gravity. We have electromagnetism. If I could get my thing on my hip. That didn't work. Whoop. Is there an arrow over here somewhere? I'm very fussy with my arrows for some reason. Her down. Can you not hit me, please? I'm dealing with your friend real quick. That works. Bit messy, but it is what it is. We're still pretty early in our character development. We don't have a lot of power yet. That's what we want right there. So we can do that. And then we can just like kill him with an arrow. We really want that sword. Where the heck? Where? There it is. Thought it disappeared. Okay, I feel better now. Maybe we'll try some imbued sword combat. That could be interesting. Don't do a lot of that. At least not with lightning.
Everyone be careful.
Let's see how they handle my
Careful.
Are you dead? I barely touched you. Since she gave us this fine quiver, we'll go ahead and use it. So that's one in him. Let's see how many it takes to kill with chest shots. Or just with like random ass shots, whatever I hit. 2. He's alive. It was 8 in the other mode. I'm guessing this one will kill him if I hit him with it. But he kind of hid from me. I didn't hit him with it. That hit him and killed him? Question mark? Yeah, I think it's like 3 shots kills. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how this is gonna work. I have some ideas though. I'd like to try them. Most of the ideas are in the end game, so it's gonna take a minute before I can get to them. Till then, we'll just be kind of using lightning bow and a long sword and just having fun time moving on, making progress. Let's see, if I kill him, I'm just gonna put like a bunch of arrows in him real quick. Third one missed. He's dead now, I believe. I hit him a few times. Yeah, I mean, we could do that. Like, I could just do that. Oh,
see how they handle my
health's doing fine. He's dead after 2. I think on standard difficulty it won't be that bad. We did custom difficulty with the last electric archer, and it was very difficult because it took 8 arrows to kill people with chest shots, so you pretty much had to get headshots. And I'm not very good with the bow, so it's difficult for me to do that. But yeah, he's like blocking me. I just grabbed my couch or something. I don't know what I just grabbed. The arrows aren't despawning quickly. That's good. I'm getting there. I think my opinion in the past has been that bows aren't worth it. I think fire's better, is what I've said in the past, because fire's infinite and you don't have to collect arrows. The advantage to the bow is that you get the heat-seeking abilities. Like, I don't have to aim super carefully. I mean, aiming does matter, but it's not as... I'm not going to get that. It's underneath. We lost a few arrows, but we got 2 full quivers, more or less. So we're fine. I think I need to be less fussy about retrieving arrows. I mean, we're at the end now, and we ended with 22 arrows. We started with 24. We lost 2 arrows through the whole dungeon. Another nice, easy, successful run, though. I'm happy with that. I think we're off to fight Hector. Hector, here we come. I don't think there's much we could buy. We didn't even look at the shop or nothing, but I think we're doing pretty good on that regard. Did I say... I remember I started saying about prismatics. I don't know if I finished, but we're gonna do gravity for the next two, because gravity would be very nice to have. And I think level 1 lightning is enough to get a lot of the like basic effects. I think like level 3 is where you get the really good shit, and I'm not gonna go all the way to level 3 before touching gravity. So we're just going to do 1 to start, and then we're going to go into gravity immediately until gravity 2, and then we'll go back to lightning. He's got a shield, so we're going to have to shoot them in the leg or the knee or something.
We go.
Or wherever that went. That's death to you. I gotta remember we're on standard difficulty, so I can just put 2 arrows in them and they're dead. I don't even have to be fussy. Do you have a sword? Is that a sword handle? It is. That's a bow. Kill the bow lady. Okay. She's dead. He's dead. Right? I don't know if he's dead. I think he is now, right? Oh. He's alive. I'm surprised at you. I don't think we even need her arrows or nothing, do we? Wish you could see your numbers easier. It's so hard. 11. I saw it briefly there. Okay. So we have a choice here between the hand and a half or the one-handed variant, like the dagger plus or the hand and a half tier 1. I think we're going to go with the hand and a half. Dagger plus is arguably the better choice because we're going to be, well, maybe not. I think we have a fine. It doesn't matter. This is what I want. I'm just going to do what I want. I don't need to justify it. Some loot over here. Walk, you'd be dead. That went through his head. I need this. Zap his sword and zap myself. Gotta stab both their heads. Archer. Mage. I thought I heard something. I thought that was a light on the table. Huh. That's a joke, man. You need to get your shit figured out with them janky ass arrows. I don't know why you don't have electromagnetism. It's not hard to get. It's like 1 point. Could take a staff. I don't know if we need a staff, but we could. I feel like a staff's not really worth it till you get to tier 3. I mean, it's nice and long. And it works. Like, I can kill people with a staff, but it's just not. I feel like the sword's better, you know. Having an edge you can cut with is more valuable to me than a little bit of extra length. My movement's working surprisingly well. I mean, I've had issues, but it's not unplayable. Who's fighting me? You 4, okay. Walk this way for a few seconds, and then this way. Just trying to make them miss so I can attack. Okay. Get me. Not quick enough. Damn. Shot with my non-dominant hand. Grabbed his knee. You wanna come down? Or are you gonna give me this? falling arrows. Health's probably not doing great. 65. I'm being a little sloppy, but we're on normal difficulty. I don't gotta be too fussy. We can have a little fun. It's probably our rubble. Yeah, Hector's here. Good, good. So I've been considering the differences between fire and lightning. It's been my... Up until before I played these lightning characters I've been playing recently, it was my opinion that fire is just straight up better than lightning in every way, because it doesn't take up any equipment slots, and it's easier to steer, because you can shoot it and then steer it with your hand. I had played with lightning a little bit, but not a lot, but after playing with it more, I've now come to the conclusion that lightning and fire are both good, and they're good in different ways, which is kind of cool. I think lightning is better in a way where you can it auto targets. It's kind of like a lower skill requirement to use. Not to say lightning mages are less skilled or whatever, but it's like you don't have to think as hard. Like with fire, you have to shoot it and aim it. With lightning, you can just you take a lightning bow and then you can just fire it. Like I just hit his crystal right there. Which is crazy. To do that with a fireball is very difficult. And I just hit 2 crystals in 3 seconds. And that's really the advantage that I see to lightning, is that you can... Because it's lower skill requirement, less concentration, it's very easy to hit stuff. I will say fire has some very distinct advantages still. Namely the fact that it can... what's the advantage? It causes a invisible status effect to build up. That causes the enemy to We're just gonna hit all his crystals. We're just gonna leave him there for a minute. Not really worried about him. Oh, they don't unlock until you hit him. Interesting. The early Hector doesn't get up. Later on, he just falls down for 2 seconds and stands back up. The early Hector just waits. I shouldn't lightning these. Lightning arrows fall faster. Actually better not to lightning them right now. Try to get that off him. Let's see. We're probably about out on our hip. 3 on our left hip, that's probably enough. I think fire's better at hitting these crystals because you can aim it. I think lightning's better in the sense that you can you get the auto targeting. Auto targeting doesn't work on these if you weren't aware. I tested that before. No, I think level 1 lightning is actually really good. It's good to because it auto seeks a target and it stuns them. Or for Hector, you can pop his crystals easily off his body. Whereas fire, you have to manually aim it, which is a little bit more skill intensive or whatever. It requires more focus on the player's part. We're gonna go gravity, as I've said before. I guess let's start with the kissy game. Oh, there's no kissy game because we went gravity. Still good though. Is there any? I don't think there's any level 1 hybrids. I think I said that before. No. We definitely want Featherfall. Beyond that, I think we're not worried. I mean, we'll take Impact Pulse. I had some testing I wanted to do with that. We could do that with this character, I suppose. I went out of my way to collect these weird dice. We got 5 of them.
Listen.
What's that worth? 168? I mean, it's something.
Cheers, mate.
What's our total price? Total money? 430. Okay. I think at this point we want the headband. This one here. Now we're a pretty princess with a bow and quivers, and then we can just loot whatever sword or staff we want. We'll also buy 1 potion since we have some extra money. But with our pretty princess headband, we now have a casting speed of 4, which is great. Hop into this one here. One thing I wanted to test, the loading screen just reminded me about. I don't know if it's going to work here, though, because these guys have rusted weapons.
Everyone be careful. That's
He's still alive, I think. Is it just you guys? I'm getting there. I'm starting to figure it out. I think the bow is like a good primary, and then once they're too close for the bow to be effective, because it doesn't work well in close range, then we switch to like melee or, you know, lightning magic or something else. Like I said before, I really want to get far into this character. There's like late game stuff I want to test that I'm kind of waiting for. We can do this because we got gravity. Go ahead and do that. We're gonna... That's not my bow. I'll put him down. We're not gonna worry about her. Kill him. Oh, we are gonna worry about her. Let's kill this woman. Would you like to die, please? I want her to swing. I guess I'll swing first. I'll let her go first. Okay, they just gave up. I don't know why they were so interested in fighting when it was 2 of them, and then as soon as there's 1 of them, they're done with it. But we have these free arrows we can't take, so we're gonna go ahead and use them here. This is really the advantage of electromagnetism. It's easy to hit these long shots. Say as I miss. They're dead. I think the advantage of fireball, like fire over electric, is that you have infinite casts. You don't have to retrieve arrows. I think electric, you really want to use a bow. I think using a bow makes it like 10 times better. So that's one advantage of fire, is that you don't have to fuck around with trying to collect arrows, and you have infinite casts. You don't have to screw around with like all that side of things. Another advantage of fire is that the status effect associated with fire is instant death. Essentially, if you hit an enemy repeatedly, I think it's 4 hits, they just burst into flames and die. It just bypasses their health. There we go. But the fire can just bypass health. So on like a super hard difficulty, like custom difficulty, where enemies have massive health bars, that effect is really nice. Whereas lightning's effect is to just stun them, which can be good, but like I'd prefer to just kill an enemy versus stun them. But of course the advantage with lightning is it happens instantly as soon as you hit them, whereas fire you have to hit them multiple times. And this is what I'm talking about with, I had mentioned that auto-aim it's good and bad. It's good because it's like low skill requirement, but it's bad because you can't like customize where you're hitting. Like with a fireball, I could have aimed 2 inches higher and hit her over the counter, over the like ledge. But with lightning, I can't do that. Yeah, one of my tests involves this woman's staff. Can I have this, please? I have a beam struggle with me? Kidding me? I wanted to test that impulse hammer thingy we got. Let never really used that. I wonder if that works with staffs, and I wonder how effective it is. Yeah, it works. That is pretty effective. So if you gravity imbue a staff, you can like really thump people. I never used that. I don't know why I haven't. I suspect it might be one of the best gravity abilities, and I've never used it, so that needs further testing. Because, you know, like a gravity staff is really good because you can do, like, as a tier 3 we're not a tier 3 gravity mage, of course, but if we were, we could, like, use gravity hammer, we could use, Riptide, gravity hammer, you know, you got, like, a lot of combinations, and that thing just makes this a better melee weapon. Like, it makes it, like, actually thump the hell out of her. Which is great. Anyhow, I got distracted. Where are we? Where did we come in? Well, we're at the end. Oh my lord, we got double potions on the table. I can't say I've ever seen that. Getting very fortuitous with our rewards. Very nice. We got 3 free points, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab Lethal Break. We don't really need it, but we're gonna grab it anyway for now. I don't believe there's anything we need in the shop. I think we're good with that. Like, we have 4 out of 5. We have all our equipment. I think we're just waiting until the next Hector, so we just gotta do the next 2 dungeons with what we have. So we'll start going here. It's like we got a long climb ahead of us. Goodbye. I'm a pretty good gravity mage. Bunch of losers. I guess it's time for the bow. Oh, interesting. It like bounced off of him and went into her. Is he dead? I think he's dead. That's crazy. Who killed you? Couldn't be me, could it? I would never. Guess we'll take that for now. Really want to find either a staff or a hand and a half sword. Oh, we're an archer, so we should get up high. I'm okay with wasting some arrows. We have plenty. We have shock trips, they're gonna fall. Oh, I'm stepping on something. I don't know what that is, I'm stepping on IRL. Okay. I think we're full on arrows still. In fact, we're out of our shoulder slot anyway. Let's put that on our shoulder. Why not? And blow those arrows on those guys. I think we can get this to help us here. We don't have the... Never mind. I say we don't have the flinging, but maybe we can, like, float our way across, but it didn't quite work how I was hoping. There we go. One more Hector and we'll be able to pseudo fly.
Here we go.
I'm just wasting arrows at this point. Don't ask me why, I'm just throwing arrows away. I guess we're at the end, it doesn't matter. Still hurts me to just waste things like that. Well, we're not at the end. I'll be taking that sword, my friend. I'm down to fight. Who wants to fight me?
My blade is ready.
Like I'm playing a bullet hell. Pretty effective. I think this is a good character for normal mode. I just don't think it's good on custom difficulty. I think to be a good custom difficulty character, you have to have some kind of specialty form of damage. Something like impulse spikes removing of their head, which instantly kills an enemy. Or any limb for that matter. Or something like Fireball's ability to ignite enemies after 4 hits, regardless of their health level. This character doesn't have anything like that. At least not yet. Eventually they will, I suppose. If we go Lightning 3, we could use Arc Wire with a staff to remove limbs pretty effectively. It's like we're on to the second Hector. Here I come, Hector 2. So we got 2 quivers and a bow and lightning magic. And a dagger plus.
Is ready.
Thanks to a kind donor. I'll leave you alive. I usually spare that woman. I almost missed that jump. I think the bow and arrow with electromagnetism, like a lightning 1, I think it's actually a pretty good ranged attack. As far as like stunning an enemy and even killing them on this difficulty. Like if you're on standard difficulty, you can just, you know, fire 2 or 3 arrows and kill them. I don't know. Kind of rethinking my order as to what's best and what's worst. One of my goals is to create the ideal character, which is kind of a silly goal. I don't know if such a thing even exists, but something I'm interested in. I do that with most games I play. I try and optimize everything as much as I can. Do that myself. Archer there, we'll step out of their way. Give her more electricity, make sure she's nice and charged. I think I'll let her keep this and I'll take her sword. We could use an arrow on them. I don't think I will. I think I'll just use my sword. Just do some nice big spinny cuts. Kill you. Kill you. Anyone else alive? Not sure where we're going. Even at gravity 1, you can do this, which is pretty useful. Yeah. Only had a good way to deal with archers. Is she alive? Why did she grunt when I grabbed her? Just trying to get some arrows back. I wasted a lot up there, and as you know, I'm not one for wasting. Except for all their lives. Their lives can be wasted. A lot of work, man. How many arrows do I have left? 7? 7 and 12, I guess, but one of them lower. I think I'm gonna switch to lightning. There we go. I don't think she can do anything, can she? She can keep lightning. Oh, that went through me. Did she just die? God damn, I can't get her head to come off. I'll chop her head off, but it just won't let me. Oh well, we had some fun. Let's move on. This was an optional fight. I shouldn't have even participated. We left the fight with less health and less arrows. And it wasted time and fatigue. I'm now more tired than I was. I just left. Nothing to be gained from optional fights. I'll bonk my head on that thing once. Oh, damn, that sucks. This is why I like having gravity. It's pretty nice. Do some parachuting down on these guys. Well, it's a rubble, I'm guessing. Yep, I could sense it. I could just feel that the rubble was here waiting for me. Well, this will be the last Hector of this episode. We shall achieve victory, and we shall obtain Gravity 2, which will allow us to fling ourselves. And we'll have Lightning 1, Gravity 2, which will be pretty good. And then the next episode is when we unlock the real power. This was kind of just a setup. Next episode's a bit of setup too, but it'll be a lot more than this one as far as how useful we are. Hello, Hector. It's a me again. A Mario. How many arrows we got? We got quite a few on us. Fine. Roar. I'm a Hector, I roar. This is all shit shielded. That one's not, that one's not. I don't think I can hit them up top ones. Unless he bends down like that, then I can. Got a couple of them off him. That one's gonna be challenging. If he puts his arm like that, I can probably hit it. Yeah, like that. Not sure why it's not heat seeking. Why is it not doing the thing? Okay, we gotta break these now. I think I'm just gonna climb up here. I don't feel like trying to shoot this fucking thing. It's such a high one, it's gonna be really hard to hit. He's gonna throw a rock at us anyway. Jump, he probably would have missed it anyway. This Hector's not the brightest. Gotta be careful, he's probably gonna flail or something. I'll go grab him first. Well, he gave us a little push, nothing too serious. I can see through the wall. Not sure if I can get that. I was gonna get that before he got down, but grabbing all the wrong slots. You gonna flail or what you gonna do? Push. Where'd the other one go? Oh, it's over there. This one I'll shoot, I think. Actually, gravity's great for that because it makes them go straight. They fly straight, they don't lob. Well, there we go. Hector 2 has been defeated. We will now have Gravity 2. Okay, we now have boost jump, which is amazing. As far as these go, we want both of those. That's 12 points we need to spend. We have 7. We need to refund 2 of the tier 1s. Those are both candidates. Neither of those is, so it's going to be these 2. These 2 shall both be refunded. And these 2 shall be obtained. And there we go. We now have Riptide, Weightless Boost, Feather Falling, Electromagnetism, and Shock Trip. Should be a very good combination of things. We should go to the shop as well.
Welcome.
Got $857. I really want throwing knives. I don't know if those appear now or later. That's like a high priority for me. So if we ever see one of those throwing knife pouches, I want to buy it immediately. I don't see any of those available currently. As a reminder for myself and the audience, we have 2 quivers, tier 1 quivers, and a tier 1 bow is our current equipment. Things I'm considering purchasing, we could upgrade an arrow, or one of our quivers to the better quiver. That would increase the capacity of that quiver from 12 to 22. We could also consider upgrading the bow, which could increase some things. I was going to say we could consider upgrading our staff, or getting a staff. We don't even have a staff. I don't see a staff for sale, so that's not an option currently. We could also purchase some armor, in particular sorcerer gloves and boots. That would be a lot of money, but it would increase our spellcasting speed from 4 to 5. I don't think we need the quiver or bow. I think we have a lot of quiver and bow already. I don't know how good spellcasting speed would be, and the staff's not available. I think we're going to go with the spellcasting speed. We've now bought the boots and both wristbands. And we are now 5 out of 5. That's good data to know. So if you buy the tier 1 headpiece, the tribal headband, the sorcerer boots and sorcerer gauntlets or whatever, like these, our wrists and boots are tier 2, the headband's tier 1, and then we have the basic chest and legs. Like that combination is enough to get to 5 out of 5 spellcasting speed. And it's easily, like when we get higher up, we can replace the chest with like one that has defense, because it's important to defend your chest. And the legs are also like a good target for defense. So we've upgraded like the outer stuff that doesn't really matter as much for defense, and it can boost our spellcasting speed. It's a really good combination, I think. I think that's probably the best armor. That's probably what I'm going to do with all my characters if I'm doing spells and stuff. I'll probably do the tier 1 headpiece and then tier 2 gloves and boots, like that, to get 5 out of 5. Pretty good. It ate up all our money, of course. We're now only 196.
Place your items in that red cloth.
So I think we'll wait to buy anything else until next time. I really want a throwing knife thing. I also am tempted to get the quiver, and I'm tempted to upgrade the bow, and I'm tempted to look at a staff as well. So there's a lot of things we could consider. But that'll be it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Next time we should be able to get a lot further. We have the flight now. We can do this. We can like jump into the ceiling, which is really nice. It's going to make it a lot easier. I don't know. I'm just having fun experimenting with the electric stuff and the bow and arrow, and I really want to test. The thing I'm trying to test is if I put throwing knives on my hips, if I could draw throwing knives, imbue them, and then spark the tips, and then throw them, and it would make a wire between them, is my goal. Like I want to see if that works. And if it doesn't work, I still want to test with that arc wire with melee, because you could, because they're one-hand imbuable, you could draw them, imbue them, spark them, and then you'd be like a dagger fighter, but you have a wire between your daggers that you can like push your daggers past the enemy to like cut them. Like there's a lot of interesting ideas with that I'd like to experiment with. I don't know. I'm just trying to understand lightning. I want to do a fire character as well. We'll be doing that very soon. I just kind of want to understand lightning and fire and what they offer, so I can understand which one's better for like trying to construct a perfect character. But I hope you all are enjoying my experiments and nonsense. See you all in the next one. Bye-bye.